This episode of Off the Job Podcast is sponsored by Gas Certificate app.
One login, all your certs, invoices, quotes, diary management, no nonsense. Get on Gas Certificate app and free up your evenings. Use POD30 for 30% off a yearly plan. Your future self will thank you.
This episode of Off the Job Podcast is sponsored by FlexiGas.
Right, welcome back to Off the Job. Today we've got a very special guest, we've got a very special guest. I'm Pete, this is Kieran, and we've got today probably the most well-known landscaper on the internet today, Mark Marshall.
I was ready for an applause. That was a very nice introduction, mate. Thank you.
Well, I'll try my best.
Is this? I don't think we've had a landscape. My memory's bad, but we haven't had a landscape.
No, we haven't had a landscape.
First landscaper, mate.
Yeah. What's going on?
Get in here while it's cold outside.
Yeah.
tell you what,
the weather's been terrible, isn't it?
Is that, especially up where you're from, I bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does that work?
What, Manchester?
Yeah.
It works like it does down here, but a little bit colder.
Yeah, but you northern lot,
Bit
you're
tougher.
bit tougher
Bit
than us.
tougher.
Yeah, we have to work out in the rain normally because we're skint because everything's so expensive. So then we'll have to work in the rain, and then
I thought it was cheaper up there, no?
not anymore, mate. No.
It's getting a little
Especially in like a city like
gonna be swanky,
Manchester, it's going to be the
Manchester,
same.
I went out in Manchester the other night, and it's proper swanky. Like you can't get a beer for £1 anymore.
No.
It's like nearly a tenner a pint or something in some places.
It's insane, isn't it? The prices are at the moment.
I think
in
no
bars
matter
and
where you are now, is like living sort of still cheaper up there.
No, so my friend Josh JBH bought a house in Essex, semi-detached in the middle of nowhere, loads of land with it, same price as my house, what he's paid for it. So when he told me, I was like, no way, like you think of it, it's a lot. But I live in Macclesfield, which is kind of, it's like an up-and-coming town really, because it's like 20 minutes from Manchester, 2 hours from London. It's got AstraZeneca there, which is like a massive, massive drug company. So it's the house prices. If you go 20 minutes out of Mackin, it's you can still find pretty decent prices.
2 hours from London? No.
Yeah, 2 hours you get. In fact, it's an hour 50. I'm lying. Got a bullet train, mate.
Right.
It's not a bullet train. It's
I was going to
just
say on the
Manchester,
train, innit? Yeah.
Manchester
I
to
think,
Euston.
Fuck me, you're driving quick, aren't you?
Yeah, 71 mile an hour, mate.
Yeah.
What
I wish
train?
I should have got the train today. To be honest, just like I set off at 5:30.
Yeah.
Big journey, mate.
And today was bad traffic at dark.
Today was horrendous getting here, innit, this morning. So, how does it all start then, Mark? Where did it all start? What happened? Childhood? Did you want to be a landscaper as a child?
I did, weirdly enough. Not as a child. I wanted to be Eminem's best mate when I listened to his first album, but I think after listening to Stan, after listening to Stan, I thought it was probably not a good idea. So then I thought, what other good things am I good at? I wasn't very good at reading, wasn't very good at anything else. So then my best mate, Danny and Chris, their older brother, Dave, was a landscaper. And he just always looked cool. He used to come in his van, jump out all mucky, always have money in his pocket. And like a young lad from Salford who very little money in his pocket, I was like, I want to be like him. So I started to do landscaping for a good while, and then £5 a day wasn't a lot of money. And then when I left school, he was paying me £30 a day. And I was like, still not really a lot, really. So then I kind of went to work with another landscaping company for a couple of years, did a bit of machine work and stuff. And then I just wanted to change. I was like, you go out in Manchester and you see all these suave guys with slick back hair and ordering bottles of vodka. I was like, how do they afford that? And most of them were sales lads. So I was like, well, maybe I need to get a sales job. And I kind of went into that for a long time.
Selling what?
All kinds, mate. All kinds.
All kinds?
Yeah, like business rates. Do you want to save you some money on your business rates? Got just the thing. Doing a lot of that.
like telesales.
Yeah, telesales stuff, a lot of that. And then I got a job through my sister at Man City. And that's where it all really changed. So I was working at Man City, and then they had a problem on a bar one day, and I said, well, I just figured it out. I wasn't good at maths, but I just figured the problem out, and I said, well, this till's down like 20 quid. And then there was £20 under the till. So obviously someone might have put it there to steal it later on. But we found the problem, and then she said, oh, do you want to be a supervisor in the next match? So I was like, oh, okay. That was my first kind of involvement in like management. And then they made me quite quickly area manager. It's called different things at City United, but it's essentially like an area manager where City, it was called a stand manager. So we had like 15 bars where you get your food from. And at the time, Jamie Oliver just took over Man City with Fabulous Fanfare.
Right.
So they put loads of training into you, like how to treat staff, how to kind of deal with situations. And then at the One Direction concert, there was a guy called Steve there who took his daughter. There was a situation going on. I basically de-escalated it, and he went, my name's Steve, I work for United, I'd like you to come in and offer you a job. And I went, yeah, I'm One Direction's manager, because I'm a huge United fan.
Yeah.
Was. I was like a big United fan, and then I was like, I didn't believe him. He was like, no, genuinely, like, we want you to come and kind of work for us. So then there was a job position for an area manager, so I went for it, didn't get it. They offered me a normal manager's job, so I took that, and then within a week they offered me area manager, and I worked at Man City and Man United for like 5 years between the two, as well as working at Screwfix at the time. And then I worked up, and then there was a job for a motorbike salesman in Macclesfield at a place called Superbike Factory, and I went for the interview, and with their bonus structure, I could earn more off the structure than I did off 4 jobs at the time. I've always been a bit of a workaholic, and I thought, well, if I get rid of my 4 jobs and have 1 job and earn the same money, I'd probably get a bit of my life back. And I was like coming up to 30 at the time, so I did it, and then I worked for Superbike Factory for 5 years, and then I just got to a position where I was 30. How old was I? 30. I started at Superbike Factory when I was 27. Worked there for 5 years, so I was 33, and I was thinking, what's life about? Sat in the bath as you do, listening to your Will Smith CD, and I thought, I'm going to quit my job, and then I shouted to my missus, I said, I'm going to quit my job. She went, no, you're not. So then I went in the next day, and I just did it. I just said to my the owner of the company, Scott, I said, look, I'm going to leave. And he went, to do what? And I just went, I'm just going to start landscaping again. Just come from nowhere.
Really?
Yeah. So
what
then
made you want to change?
I think
destiny.
Yeah, I just felt like I was meant for more.
Had that feeling,
I felt like I was meant for more, because I've always grafted, I've always like worked hard, and I've made a lot of people money throughout my life. Like at Superbike Factory, I was the #1 salesman there for a good 4 years out of them 5 years, and I'd always enjoyed making people money. But then I thought, do you know what? It's my turn now. I want a piece of that pie. And I set off, and I had zero intention to do social media. I enjoyed watching and consuming content, but I'd never thought about it as a career. And I'd built up to 3 or 4 vans on the road. I had quite a few staff. Everything was going dead well. And then my best mate, unfortunately, Danny, took his life, and it absolutely destroyed me. Like, because he was like, if you have a group of friends, he's like the always one you look up to. He's like, he was like the first one to buy a house, the first to buy a bike, the first one to pass his test. Like, before Danny bought a house, I thought everybody lived in a council house. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that people. I went, you can own a house. And he went, yeah, you should buy it. And I went, how?
So he's a role model.
Yeah, he was a big role model. So when I started my business, he was like, I'm so proud of you. I took my vans down to him. The reason I got Mercedes vans, because he was a Mercedes mechanic. And then when it happened, I was kind of mad at myself, because he reached out to me 2 weeks before saying, let's get together. And I was like, yeah, definitely, mate. And then, as life, things happen, you don't reach out, you don't reach out. And yeah, when it happened, it was just devastating. And then a customer, so it was like a culmination of things, where the customer said I'd blocked a drain. It was full of baby wipes and a nappy. And I was like, I actually don't use them when we landscape. So then Tina was like, you need to take pictures or record what you're doing. So then that's what we was doing. So my iPhone storage was full on my phone, as well as Danny dying. So I said, as well as I seen Gary V pop up on things saying, make content, do content. I was like, well, okay, I'll do it. And then it was kind of a distraction at first, just to get away from thinking about Danny, to burying your problems as you do as men. And then I posted a video, and it did 25 million. I was like, oh my God, I have made it. I'm like David Beckham now. Yeah. And then I posted my next video the next day, and it did 100 views.
Yeah.
So that it was actually the loss of the video the next day that made me who I am today, because it was like, how can you go from 25 million to 100?
Yeah.
What was that
sense.
first video?
So it was of a lawnmower sharpening a blade on a lawnmower. So I basically tipped the lawnmower on its side, took the blade off, and everyone was like, oh, it's spilling everywhere. It's, I would never employ you. And it was a battery powered lawnmower. So I was like, so that negativity kind of helped push the video. So then I was like, well, the next video wasn't quite as good. So then I just went into studying every single day, studying. And then we built it up now to kind of 4.5 million followers now.
What, across all platforms? Yeah.
We've got nearly 1 million on most. YouTube's our slowest, but we put all our chips on YouTube now, so that's kind of our main focus.
You know that feeling when everything just clicks on the site? FlexiGas helps make that happen. Reliable, simple, ready to go.
What would you take from all them work years of experience, taking it into like the landscaping?
So,
because a lot of people think, it's too late, but you're gaining a lot of different experiences during that time.
How many years you been on it now?
So social media, it's coming up to 3 years.
Blimey.
And we've been full time for 1 year. So it's only been 1 year. We've really kind of...
Yeah. I remember when you went full time on it. Yeah, I remember when you did that.
Yeah, January.
Yeah.
So I've had a very up and down life, and I would never, although there's some bits everyone wants to delete out their life, I would never not do it just because it's kind of made me who I am. So going through them tough times has made me, when I started my business, I knew that I needed all my van sign written. Before I'd even got my first job, I was like, I need my van sign written, I need a smart uniform, I need my name branding, everything, I need to turn up on site on time. I knew I needed to do all the stuff that I'd been taught from United and City and kind of all that stuff. I knew how to deal with people because they put me through courses on like people management and how to deal with people, different people. So when I started my business, it was already, I was never worried about work to the point where when I told Tina that I was leaving, I had 60 quid in the bank. And I told her that I had savings. So I was like, yeah, I've got savings and, I'll make it work. She could see me booking clients in. So then she was like, right, okay. She backed me. But yeah, when I'd left my job, I owed £1,000 on my credit card. I had £6 in the bank. And my mate Scott, who owned the Superbike factory, he cleared off my credit card before I left. And he didn't need to do that because I was leaving. So he was like, if you're going to do it, I don't want to see you back here. Not in like I don't want to see you back because I don't want you, but I want you to make something of yourself. So nice. I was like, I'm gonna go for it. So
what's it like in Manchester? I've never really been. I've been there once. I think we went last year. What's it?
Amazing, yeah. It's very cultured. It's very different to now to what it was growing up. Like growing up, it was I say classic Manchester. You know what classic Manchester was? It was kind of a classic 90s growing up. Doing stuff you shouldn't be and knock a door on and doing the odd.
Because I think when you don't live somewhere, you always hear the negatives. So
it was.
You only hear what's in the news and the bad stuff. Like if you don't live from down here,
you get a lot of it. I say it was bad. Like whenever I went somewhere as a kid and say you're from Manchester, they'd always be scared of you, and it's like
everyone would say, everyone will go on about Moss Side.
Yeah, Moss Side stuff. Salford. I'm from Salford, so Salford was kind of tough. There were different areas. There were different reasons we were tough. So Moss Side was very gang stuff, whereas Salford, there was kind of a kind of gangster that was kind of in charge of everything. And if you did anything wrong, you'd either have them giving you a clip round the ear holes or the Hells Angels giving you a clip round the ear hole. So you could never do anything that was a bit outrageous because they would deal with it in-house rather than kind of like having the police deal with it and stuff. So yeah, growing up, you could do what you wanted to an extent. Otherwise, you'd get a clip round the ear hole off someone. Yeah. You wouldn't. No one would be shy about giving you a good beating if you did something kind of out of the ordinary. But you'd always, as a kid, you'd always try your luck.
Of course. Yeah.
And then realise that you shouldn't be doing that. But
there's stuff that happens everywhere, isn't there? How did you start getting the work then when you went on your own? So
first off, we started the Facebook kind of groups. So like you'd post in your local Macclesfield group and say, look, I'm starting a landscape garden. In fact, when I first started, I didn't want to do landscaping. I just wanted to do maintenance, build the round up to 10 to 20 vans and sell the business. And then my goal has always been to be financially free so I can do what I want at a young age, because you see so many people retiring at 60, 70, 80 that can't physically do anything anymore. So I was like, I'm going to give it absolutely everything, learn what I can to sell my business, to make millions, to then do what I want, something with animals. Like I've always wanted to go and save animals and do kind of more heartwarming stuff with my life. And then we started to build it up and it was going in that direction. And then the social media happened and then
that sort of changed your direction.
It just kind of changed my direction, yeah. Like I never intended to be where I am today. But once you kind of get a sniff of success, you're like a dog with a bone or a shark with a bit of blood. You're like, I can have this. I'm going to go for it.
How was it growing the business then? Like, getting vans on the road and employing people? Because that ain't easy, is it?
No, I found that quite. I found that relatively easy. Whereas, because I wasn't like drinking, smoking, taking drugs, I was so business focused. I knew if I made, I don't know, if the company made 5 to 10 grand that week, and we could make 20, 30 grand profit, then that can go aside. And as soon as we got enough money for a van, buy a van, get it sign written. So I just did it. Instead of thinking about it, I just risked it. And I was like, so I got a second van before I even had a second employee. I remember this was like, you don't need 2 vans. I said, I do need 2 vans, because when I start someone, I need them prepped to have a van. Yeah. And it's all about presence on the road, having the vans kind of stood out.
Did you get work from that? Like, because there's a lot of talk, isn't there, about sign writing a van and stuff?
Yeah, I 100%. I think you should have your sign written van for sustainability and presence in an area. I think it's one of the most important things you can have, because people know you're there to stay around. If you've just got a nice van, and I didn't have the money for a nice van at the start, so I just got like a Ford Connect, and we got it all sign written up, and then we ended up getting a Vito after that, an older one. Got that sign written, and we just kind of, as you do, you grow up and you change. And then within 12 months, or just over 12 months, I had a new Vito, like a new shape, and it looked the bollocks compared to how I started. So because my missus could see the development of the company in a short period of time, she kind of backed me a little bit more, each gained trust with her to kind of just risk it all. But I think with me, because I've kind of come from nothing, I've never been scared of losing everything, because it wasn't too long ago I had nothing. So you're just constantly thinking like that. And
when did you start the landscaping then?
About 2019, 6 years ago.
That's mad. That is mad.
So you've done well in 6 years, to grow that business, do the social media, and
my first year we did nearly 5. I think it was 500k in the first year.
That is crazy.
The first full calendar year was nearly, because my accountant rang up and said, you need to be VAT registered. I was like, what's that mean? Because for me, I've always been, and it's not the right way to do it, but I've always been, jump in the deep end and just see if you can swim. Like, I've always been, let's just go for it. And I've always had people around me to kind of back you up a little bit and say, actually, you shouldn't be doing this, and you just do it.
What would you say you've learnt then with that business over the last 6 years? Like, would you do anything different?
If I was to do it again, I probably wouldn't do social media in the way that I've done it. I would probably do social media to enhance my business rather than take my business away, because now we do all our landscaping for free. So if I was clever about it at the time and I knew what I did now, I would do what I did, but I wouldn't kind of put a face to it, because I love what I do now, and I love it.
What you say, long term, you don't want to be in it. So when you rely on your face, it's hard.
But everything's me. So my whole team depend on me. So if I was to have an accident or something happen, that's a lot of people that have now lost an income because it's all on me. So my goal over the next 2 years is to build something sustainable, so I can not be there and it's still tick over.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the next phase.
Like Mark Marshall, like Landscapes, will be a company, but you're the face of it, but you're not necessarily going to go around and dig anything.
I don't know what's going to happen with the kind of the lawn stripes and hedges element of it. I still own lawn stripes and hedges, the domain for it, and all everything's still running. Like we still.
So that business, the landscaping business, you're not really doing that anymore then?
No, full-time social media.
Yeah, so you could have built that as well as the social media, couldn't
but
you?
It's getting people that you can really trust to run the business. And because your face is social media, if anyone does a bad job and they're not as on it as you, then it diminishes your name. So
it's not too late though, is it? So have you stopped all the customers that you done work for then?
Yeah, so I don't do any customers now. All my income's from ad revenue, brand deals, social media. So I've not decided yet in regards to what I do, because we still get asked off hundreds of people every single day. Like,
don't Doris phone you up and go, Mark, are you going to come round and trim my edge?
We get the odd person ringing up because of my social media in my town, because it blew up quite quick.
Yeah.
Everyone in the area could see what was happening, so we don't get many. We get the odd call off people saying no, but because I've took my number off everything now, I don't get many customer calls, but it's more through social media. So people will message us on social and say, oh, I know you don't do pay job, but I really want to pay you to do it. So, you kind of follow the money a little bit, don't you? Like,
it's funny how things work out. You obviously first sort of idea in your head was build a company, sell it, and now you got full-time YouTube. You just got to let things happen and play out, and I think you'll naturally just sort of go the right way.
I think when I was speaking to my business coach yesterday, and he was like, what makes you the most money out of anything that you've done? So then when you break that down, he says, well, why are you doing this then if it don't make you no money? And then sometimes you do things not to make money. You do things like out the gardens that we've done. Like, I've not made money on any of them. We've made money to do the gardens, but in fact, a job that I would charge 20 grand for, I've sunk that cost. So not only have I not earned money off the customer, I've used my money to pay for it. So as a business model, it doesn't make sense to people because it's like, what do you mean you do it? You know, especially with someone that don't get social media. What do you do it for free? So how do you do it for free? It's not free, is it? Because you get money. I said, yeah, I get money, but like YouTube will pay me, or Facebook will pay me, or TikTok will pay me, and they pay me to make videos, and you get 50p for every 1,000 views, or on YouTube we'll get £19 for every 1,000 views, and go, yeah, well, that's not a lot of money. I say, yeah, but when you're doing 200 million views a month, it adds up. Not all platforms pay you, and it's a sliding scale sometimes on what you get paid, but it generates an income for me to pay a team and do the job for free.
But are you worried about like certain things, like if like they can change their regs at any time, can't they? Like platforms of like revenue, of money, of distributing. Do you get worried about that? Do you keep an eye on it?
So I'm a data guy, so like I'm in my data all the time, looking at analytics and kind of looking at what you're getting paid, how much you're getting paid.
Well, it's part of the job, isn't it? I guess.
Of course, it's my pit. So our video is essentially a P&L, like a profit and loss sheet for a what would you say is a product or a customer. That's a video to me. So when I look at a video and I say, what did it cost me to make? How much revenue have I made out of it? And how much can I put into the next project? So that's kind of how I think. So I'm constantly thinking, if I've got this amount of money in the bank, how many videos can I make with that money? I'm never thinking, what can I get out of it? Because it's given me such a privileged lifestyle. In the last 12 months, I've been in a room with Lewis Hamilton. I've been in a room with you guys. You know what I mean?
That's the big one.
It's the same thing.
The big one, isn't it?
But it's given me so many opportunities and met so many new friends this year. It's worth it if I lose everything, because at least I've met my friends that are going to be my friends.
Yeah, you've done some living, didn't you? You've done some living, you've experienced a lot of things that people wouldn't ordinarily experience. I mean, even me, I can say that for me, that Lou down the scale in the social media thing, it's given me lots of opportunities. Do you know what I mean? Like this is an opportunity for me. This come from social media, going to the shows, working with certain companies. It all gives you opportunity and another, like a small return in revenue, if you like, but experience-wise and meeting people,
it's more important.
It's brilliant.
How did you get it going then from that first video? Like, is that when it sort of you
constantly studying? So when
I like this studying, I want to listen to this.
So I was in when I'd quit and I started to do the bits of social media. We started the social media in the end of 2022. Me and Tina was in Mexico. And I'd done a few months of social media with a company called Alec Mowers. So what someone had recognised me at a hotel in Mexico. They went, are you that lawn guy that who does the lawnmower videos with Alec? And I went, you don't know who I am. And he was like, I'm sure and he did follow me, and then he just like, oh my God, that's mental. I think he had like 100k. I think he had like 10k or something just from like in a few months. So then when
I had that in Screwfix the other day.
Did you? Yeah. You do get it a lot in the merchants.
Me comparing that to Mexico or
Yeah. But, so after that, I was like, wow, that made me feel so good. Like, it gives you such an endorphin boost. I was like, I want to do more of that. And then with obviously what went on with Danny, I said to my missus, when I get back from holiday, I'm going to give this social media go everything. And I don't think she realised how much I meant by everything. It was
in the bath moment, wasn't it, again?
Yeah. Well, I did. That's where I did a lot of my studying, in the bath. So I'd be in the bath, I'd get the bath in, get my phone out. She bought a little plinth for me to sit on top of the bath. and I'd study algorithms, and I'd study science, and you quickly learn that social media is not about you making a video, it's about you retaining someone's kind of attention. So then you go on storytelling, how to retain information, how to retain people's attention. So then you start going like a wormhole, and I did that for a full year. So I started social media. We had 10k when by the time we started in January 2023, and by the end of 2023, I had 1 million followers across my platforms. To the point where Tina needed to quit her job. I needed to.
What did she do?
She sold life insurance, Vitality, but her safety blanket was her job, because we both come from kind of nothing. So she didn't want to quit a job. So it took me months and months of begging her, showing like, look, I've got tens of thousands of comments that I can't physically get through. I really need help.
Yeah, because that's another thing, isn't it? Replying and engaging. That a massive part of it is engagement, isn't it? I guess
your engagement keeps you connected to your audience. So it's super important for me. I know big creators don't do it.
She told us today you was going to be 25 minutes late. So she's earning the money.
Yeah,
do you know
she's
what I mean?
earning the money, mate. Yeah, she'll get a free pay rise for that. But for me, it's always been super important because I want it to be sustainable. I'm only 1 year in now on this kind of social media journey. I want to be here for 10 years. And
I think you're going to be, with how you've started.
Well,
because you're all in, aren't you? You've dedicated yourself, you studied. To do something properly, you've got to do that.
Yeah. I have like 3 different business coaches. I've got like a social media business coach. I've got a personal development, and I've just got a business coach. So I'm constantly trying to learn and learn.
That's the key, isn't it? Learning, networking. And
networking is so important. Yeah. Like the amount of...
he will love this bit. He loves a bit of networking.
So it gets like, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be where we are today.
No, same.
I met you by networking.
Same. I've been a huge fan of Gary Vee for years, and I was going through a tough time with social media when I first started. I did a video and it got a load of hate. I basically ripped a tree up and put a slab down in where the tree was, and it was like it was the end of the earth. Like we had death
I can
threats.
imagine it.
We had death threats. Yeah, we had people giving me 1-star review on my business page on Google because I've chopped this tree down. What they didn't know is off that tree we got like seven cuttings, and all the cuttings went to each member of the family so they could grow the tree again and all that. But we didn't put that on social media because it's pretty boring just putting cuttings in. But so at the time we got so much crap for it, and I'd seen one of Gary Vee's videos and it was like, keep fucking going. I was like, okay. So then I messaged him, as you do, DM'd him saying, mate, honestly, thank you. I've just seen one of your videos, proper inspired me. Keep being you, brother. 6 months later, he dropped me a DM and he said, I can't remember it was. It was like something like, thank you. Are you okay? And I put, yeah, good. He went, I want you to come to this thing. Dropped it a link. I'm thinking, someone's hacked him here. Gary Vee does not want me to go to LA. So I was like, is this real? Like,
you got to be careful with links.
You got to be careful, yeah. But it come from his main page, his Gary Vee page, and do you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I took my social media manager and we went last year to LA and we met him and kind of had a chat with him, and we got more out of meeting his team, and meeting some people at that event was just unbelievable, and that set me on to meeting YouTube. So I went and met YouTube and had a meeting with them and said what my goals and aspirations were, and they were like, oh, okay, well, put their arm around me, and they've been guiding me, and I've got YouTube managers now that kind of help me understand YouTube, and then they put me onto my social media coach in America, who's Mr. Beast's partner, and I've been with them now for 12 months, so they really help you in becoming sustainable in YouTube. So
I mean, you got the right one there. Who's on Mr. Beast, didn't you?
Yeah, well, he got me in. It was Daryl that got me involved in I did a video for Mr. Beast's charity. It did like 9 million views on TikTok, and then the team reached out to me and said, "Look, you was like the 3rd biggest creator to get a big video out of like everybody that we asked." I was like, "Nah, surely not." So then you go through me like, "No, yeah, I was," but I put so much in, and because I knew of the kind of possibilities of raising the awareness for the charity and how much of an impact it would had. Like I written that story down word for word, went to their office in America, in New York, in Manhattan, had a meeting with them, went over the script of how I wanted to do the video. And she was like, where do you want to do it? I said, I want to do it in Times Square or I want to do it here.
Had you been in America before?
Yeah, once before, yeah. I'm in America all the time now. I love it. I've been 6 times. Going back in a couple of weeks.
It's great fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great fun, yeah. Yeah, I love it.
That's cool, yeah. You've experienced a lot in the short time you've been doing it.
So, but you want to be really the most well-known landscaper in the fucking world, don't you? Let's be honest.
If we're going to be honest, I want it's not for. It's more of an impacts why I want to do that, because if I can generate an income from my name, it means that I can help more people, and that's the truth of why we do what we do. Because that feeling that you get from helping someone, knowing that you've created a good video out of it, knowing that they've got a nice garden out of it, or a nice situation like this weekend's video, we built a Michelin star restaurant in my garden, and we invited 3 of our followers down to experience the best night of their life, and we kind of put on like a private chef, and we had a what they called violin player, and like we made the night really special. And it's more about enjoying your life. If you can earn money and you can help people along the way, I think that's more important than just having a big name in the landscaping world. Because although we can say we are the most followed landscaper in the UK, no one would say, I wouldn't even say I'm in the top 100 landscapers. Like and to be honest with you, I don't want to be. Like, I get my enjoyment
if it comes, it comes.
Yeah, I get my enjoyment from making cool gardens and making people happy. The ultimate goal in the garden is the 2 people that we surprise, or the 1 person that we surprise, they're happy with the garden at the end of it. What people think in the industry is what they think.
And at the same time, entertainment.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you're putting positive energy across social media.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when people watch your videos, they think, oh, that's good. That's a feel-good thing as well. So not only are you making them people feel good, you're making the people actually experience and watching it feel good as well.
Social media is full of negativity, everything that we're seeing on the news. So if you can just make a couple of people happy, then it's your job's done.
Exactly.
So you have to do a lot of travelling now then.
Yeah, I've done 12 different trips this year.
And do you have to take your team with you to do like gardens and stuff?
Probably say 60% of the time, yeah. So
how do they sort of find
I was going to ask, so the guys that was long stripes and edges, they're still with you now?
No, so one of them bought the maintenance company off me. Rocco's out on his own now doing his thing.
So he runs the long stripes and edges, right? Okay.
And then we offered in January this year, when we said to the team that we're going full time, I said, look, it's not going to be easy. There'll be times where we're sat around doing nothing, and then there'll be times where we're doing 18-hour days. And it's the lads that were with me, that it just wasn't for them.
Right.
So I ended up saying, right, well, now my team is just a media team. So cameraman, editors, social media manager, Tina, who does all the replying. I've got 2 guys now out in Pakistan that help polish and edit videos. So,
but the general work though, so who?
Me.
Just you?
Yeah.
You
and then
do it?
Me, and then other landscapers.
Labourers and people who come in and out.
Yeah. So we do a lot of collaborations now. So we've done a lot of collaborations this year with other landscapers that I can help with social media. So we took, probably say 8 or 10 landscapers under our wing now and helped them with social media, and they're creating viral videos now. So it's more helping them. Yeah. So there's been landscapers that have kind of, been horrible and negative towards me, and then the people that have been kind of back to me and helped me, they're the ones that we're kind of now bringing up and helping them. Like I say, 2 of them now have just had the first brand deals from having next to no followers in January. So if I can help people in any way, because it's nice to be sat at a table that's full than a table that's empty, or a table on your own. So that's kind of what I'm focusing
How
on.
would you break down a video then for anyone like sort of doing social media? How would you, because like you say, there's science behind it, psychological. How would you break down sort of video if you're doing it?
A lot of tradespeople, unfortunately, don't know how to make videos, and it's not through any fault of their own. It's just because, like you say, there's a science behind it. So my number 1 tip for any tradesperson out there that want to create a video for social media is your first frame means everything. And I mean everything, from the colour, how bright it is, what you're saying. It's so important. You see so many tradespeople say, all right, guys, today I'm going to walk you through the job. With all due respect, no one actually cares about that. They want to know straight away what's going on. So, for instance, if you're, doing a new gas thingy and saying, oh, today I've been around Mrs. Jones's and we've done that.
Flick.
Flick, they're not interested. But you say, this boiler has cost this customer £2,000 and I'm going to show you how I installed it. I'm going to tell you where you can get my services. Straight away, I'm watching that video.
I didn't know you did boilers, Mark.
I've just made it up on the spot. But for £2...
You sold me there, mate. I just tell you, you fucking got me there.
That's where a lot of people kind of go wrong is one of my frustrations was coming up through the social media is there was just no information out there for anyone in our world because it's different. And in the next 5 years, the tradespeople of this country are going to be the most famous people in the country because the traditional celebrity world, it's not this. You'll always have like your Love Island people and stuff like that, but people follow people because of it's relatable. So people follow us all because they think, oh, I like that guy. He's a plumber. I'm a plumber. I'm going to follow him. So then if you say this gas boiler is the best because it's genuinely the best, when I'm going to buy the boiler, guess what I'm going to buy? The one that you've just said. Yeah. So you become a lot more powerful within the industry. So I'd love to be able to kind of set up some sort of company where I can genuinely help people because what happens when you don't know what you're doing is brands come along, they'll take advantage of you, they'll make you do a full-length video for 500 quid. When you think, hang on a minute, when you break that down, that's less than minimum wage. So for me, as soon as a brand comes to me, I was like, well, I'm going to spend 8 hours on this, so I want 500 quid or 600 quid. And then when I grew my team, well, it's going to be 1,500 quid now because I've got 3 members of staff doing that job. Yeah. So then I've always, when they come to you and they say, oh, no, we'll give you the product. So I'm good for a tape measure, thanks. But I will make you a promo video if you want. So
that's what a lot of companies don't understand out there. I get a lot of companies, small fledgling companies come at me and say, oh, can you do, I don't work for any companies, as most people know. I don't. Yeah. I'm very choosy if I do work for a company, but little small fledgling companies with no following are saying, "Oh, we'll send you this, we'll send you that, and that's nice. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you've got to charge for it, and a lot of these companies don't realise what the rates are for people to charge.
And a lot of people don't know what to charge. I never know. I got an agent pretty much straight away. As soon as I hit 100k, I had to beg my agent to work with me because he was like, had content creators with millions of followers and I'm here 100k doing grass videos. He's like, I want you to work with me, please. I don't know what to do. And he was like, I can't really see a future in it. And,
you proved him wrong, haven't you?
Well, yeah, he never outsaid that, but you could tell by his tone of voice. He was like, let me have a look at it and I'll come back to you. And then I went, well, I've already got brands reaching out. He went, oh, right, okay, well, send it through to me and I'll have a look. The change in tone in your voice. And because I was studying so much about human behaviour, I knew straight away, like, I rang up, it's so funny, I've actually never publicly said this, but I rang Alan Titchmarsh's agency and said, I'm a landscape gardener, I aspire to be like Alan, and, I'd love you to be able to kind of have a chat with you about my socials and stuff. And at the time, there was only Green Genie bigger than me on social and a guy called Aggie on TikTok. Other than that, there was no one kind of like me. There was no one creating videos. And they went, well, if we think you're good enough, we'll ring you.
Oh, really?
And that just put a fire in my belly. And within a year, I was bigger than Alan on socials. And then now we're just, there's no comparison. But TV, and it's a different world.
Like you say, there's not much in this industry. Like, there's no agencies for it. But like you say, in 5 years' time, tradespeople are going to get bigger and bigger.
Have you been offered TV work?
Yeah, I tried for it. I actually did an ITV show, and it was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. And then I thought, maybe it's not like that. Maybe I can go again. And then we got offered a show with a pretty big celebrity in the UK. And then they wanted me to film, edit it, do everything, produce it, send it to them, and get paid zero money. And at the time, I was earning, I don't know, maybe 10k a month or something from social media. So you want me to break away for 3 months and do this and then lose my money that I'm earning already? Yeah. Then I can't post anything about it. And I was like, I think at the time when we was discussing it, we had like 1.5 million followers. And I was like, and I can't be the presenter on it because you say I'm not this kind of TV ready. But the presenter of the show didn't even have 10,000 followers. So I said, I know how powerful my audience is. If I've got 1.5 million people that are tuning in, or even 50% of my audience tune in, that's more than any show that's kind of being viewed now on TV.
Yeah.
And then the producer rang me back a couple of minutes later and was like, on her own, and she's like, look, it's not, you probably best doing what you're doing. And then I got it in my head about a Netflix show. I really wanted a Netflix show. And then we've been in conversations and my agent spoke to people. And I just think for where I am, we're from the generation of TV. So if we had a TV program, oh my God, he's on TV.
Yeah.
The reality is no one's going to watch it anymore, or very little compared to social media. Like last month we did, I think it was last month or the month before, we did 330 million views in a month. So like no TV programs doing that. TV, no. The Super Bowl don't do that. It does 150 million.
What's the biggest pressures you feel from social media?
Great question. That I think a little bit of the imposter syndrome, like people thinking that you are someone that you're not. Like I'm just a normal guy, normal upbringing, can't read and write. I just figured social media out. Whereas I think a lot of people meet you and think you're something that you're not. And that pressure when you go places in public and people see you and they're like, they have a perception of you. That's kind of my biggest pressure, dealing with in public situations. But you get better and better with it each time. Kind of you have an interaction with someone.
Yeah.
It's more when people see you and then they start like sneaking the phone up to take a picture of you, but they won't come and say hello. Yeah. But they can see you.
I can see you can sometimes see them double take you, don't you? And
yeah.
You think to yourself, well, I mean, I obviously wouldn't get it as much as you, but I've obviously had it. Even you've had it, you know. We've had it in places and that, and you think to yourself, especially when we go to the events and stuff like that. Obviously, because a lot of people know us and that, and I always like say, because some people try and play it down. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And they say,
oh, you get a lot of that.
They go like some people go, oh, I'm only a plumber or I'm only an electrician. Like what you talking about? And I'm like, no, you can't say that, can you? Do you know what I mean? Because like those people actually look up to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So playing it down is not a good thing. You go, no, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? But some people don't know how to handle it, do they?
Yeah, I took a bit of advice off you from that. I think it was the Installer show when you was telling me that same thing. But when people say, what do you do? I say, I'm just a landscaper. The reality is right now I'm not just a landscaper. And I'm going literally all over the world doing videos. So then you have like a bit of like a midlife crisis with it, and you think, who am I? Like, what do I do? Like, I'm a social media. Am I a landscaper? Am I not? Like, and I think now you've just become. When people ask me what I do, I say I'm a green space YouTuber, and they'll say, "What's that?" I say, we basically do gardens for free on YouTube. Yeah, and they'll go,
"How do you make money?"
How do you make money? But yeah, they genuinely like it's mad. It's nice to see it. Like the chef. The Michelin star restaurant garden video that we dropped at the weekend, the chef was like, come round, he went, so you do YouTube, you put your videos on, he went, yeah, he went, so who's paying for this food? And I went, me. And he went, but how? And I went, well, I make money through YouTube. He went, what do you mean? He couldn't get it because he was like old school.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get it. And it was nice to see. And I said, and when he's seen the video, he's obviously sent it to all his mates and he's like super happy with it. And he was like, he said, that's incredible. Like, that's mental. Like, you're essentially now a full media company. And we produce what I would say a really good video. We're not where we need to be, but every time we produce a video, we get a little bit of the process better, storytelling better. There's such a science behind it.
How did you find the team then to do this content?
Jack, we felt lucky with his mum followed me on social media and she was like, this guy's asking for a social media manager. Jack was a content creator himself, but just wanted to kind of work for someone. So we took Jack on, and we felt lucky with Jack because he's just a young lad.
Did I meet him at Luton? Is that Jack?
Luke.
Oh, right, okay.
Cameraman. So yeah. So we got with Jack, and then Jack kind of. We went up. So we started in the bedroom in my kind of rented house, little bedroom editing in there, and then we got an office. Then we built the team up to like seven staff, and then. I'm so particular with the goal and the mission, like I won't let anything slip. So if someone's not quite cutting it, then it's like, we're just not the right cut for each other. There's no hard feelings. Like I'm on my train to become like the number one green space creator in the world. Who's on that train with me? So that's what I say to my team. I'm like, look, this could change everyone's lives because if I do well, my whole team do well.
Yeah.
I split my revenue with my team, my YouTube revenue. if they really kind of shine and do well, then I'll give them more of a percentage of the YouTube revenue.
It's incentives, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incentives. Yeah, so we're all in it together. I'm just the guy that's kind of pushing, and in the next 12 months it'll completely change again, because over this 12 months we've not really focused on long form videos. So we've done a few, like we've done a video with Colin Furs that did 800,000. I've done a few of my own videos that I've done 400,000-500,000 views long form. But next year we're going at it, like we're putting everything on red, like everything on that big video. So we'll write it, produce it, thumbnails. We'll go through the whole segment, and the ultimate goal is to create the ultimate YouTube video where you'll be at the pub and say, have you seen what this guy's done on social media? He's gone to Madagascar and saved a monkey's life, and he's built it his home, and it's like, I want people to be like talking about it, so it then impacts people to do good. And because good does spread. If you get up in the morning and you feel good and you're nice to people, then they'll start being nice. It's like,
yeah, well, I mean, doing good makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It does,
ultimately. And then if somebody does something good for you, you've got your faith in humanity, ain't you? Do you know what I mean? So it is spreadable. Do you know what I mean? And we do need more. It's like that old thing, innit? It's like you got that thing on social media where somebody filmed himself feeding somebody.
I'm not a fan of that.
No. But what way do you look at it?
Yeah.
Because can you look at it as he's trying to get himself, he's trying to get self-preservation, he's trying to get a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is he trying to inspire others to do it?
Yeah.
There's
Sometimes you can't win, can you?
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I struggle with, to balance that, because we quit our job to transform gardens across the UK for free. But unfortunately, as English people, if your neighbour's doing well, 9 times out of 10 you're not happy for him, because you think, why are they doing well? Why has he bought? If he's just bought that new car, it'll be on finance. Like, there's always like a negative in England, whereas in America it's not like that. So you'll see a lot of them creators in America that do millions of numbers, because it's a different different culture in America. So when we did
people want you to do well.
Yeah. So we did our first video, and it probably cost me around 20 grand or something, the first video. And it flopped. Put it out on YouTube, it flopped. And I was like, my career is over. I've got zero income, and I've just bet everything on this one garden, thinking that it would change my life, and it didn't. So now I was like, it'll be all right. The second video will do well. And it flopped. And I was like, what is going on? And then I did a video where I did one for my friend. So I did... my mate went to work and I surprised him with a free driveway, and that video did really well in the scheme of things of the videos at that time. And I was like, well, why has my friend video worked, and then giving away a garden for free hasn't worked? And it's more relatable doing it for a friend or a family member. But then I've just told the public that I'm quitting my job and I'm going to give random people free gardens, and it just doesn't. The videos just do not do well. Like, if you say I've surprised this person with free garden, I'm not going to watch it. They've got free garden, not me. You will get the odd people that are happy, but for a video to generate an income for me to be able to sustain this life, I need it to be doing 2-3 million every single time I drop it. And we're about 2-3 years away from that. So I need to think, the money I've got in the bank, can I create enough videos, whatever them videos may be, to stay in an income for me to be able to do it? Because what will happen is I'll buy a landscaping company, I'll get them to do 90% of the work, and I'll basically be like, not a presenter, but I'll be involved, but it's more sustainable, so I can run the business as well as
that's what I mean. Like,
videos.
that's what I was asking you about earlier. Like, as I thought that was a case of you got your team from Lawn Stripes and Edges, and they was doing it, and then you was sort of like the face, and you know, like. But no, you're doing it.
Yeah, I do most of it. Yeah. So at the minute, for instance, on the last video, I did most of the work. I had my cameraman filming it. My Jack chopped a bit of the video down, but I edited most of the YouTube video. I did all the thumbnail, the title. So the videos that are being produced at the minute, I'd say 70% of the work, of the overall work, is from me.
How comes you're still involved if you've got... Is it just... is it hard to take that...
Yeah, I'm just so particular with it, because then if we produce a video and it does bad on social media in all aspects, short form, bad form, and I'd let them take control, then I can't be angry at them, because I've given them control, and we haven't got the luxury of time to be able to say, all right, you lads do what you want for the next 12 months. If it don't work, it's fine, because then no one has a job. So I've got to step in and be like, right, this framing's wrong. Like, this needs to be changed. I'm a little bit brutal with it sometimes with the team. I'm like, team's like, you can't speak to him like that. I'm like, love, please. Like, I need this video in this particular way. And then now the team get it, because when they do it, like Jack can edit a video, put it out, and it'll go viral. And then he gets a little buzz out of it because it's like, I did that video. But I'm very particular.
It just takes time.
Does that when you get a team though, because you will eventually get a team?
Yeah.
God, they're gonna be. How would you feel like that? Do you think they're gonna not fear, but like it's gonna be scary? Working for you. No, do you know what I mean?
I've got my eye on the people that I want, but I'll get to the point where I'll just offer a landscaper like $200,000 a year to work for me.
Yeah,
and then give him like an outstanding money.
I might learn landscaping.
Yeah, as a wage, but get to the point where he's so
good,
like his pockets are greased so well, he will be like part of it. But I'm over the last couple of years, I'm meeting different people. If I said to a guy who I know, and I say, look, tell you what, come work for me, I'll give you X amount of money a year, you pull a team together, we'll work out pay for everyone, but we won't be doing 50 jobs a year, we'll be doing 10 jobs a year.
Yeah.
No one in the right mind, but like, no, I don't want to do that, mate. I want to go get all the stress myself and do it all. So I'm constantly in my head looking who that person is. I've got it in my mind, a couple of people who are kind of, who I'd want.
Do they know they're in your mind?
I've not really.
No. You might be in his mind.
It's you. But I think when we build up the income on social media to be able to do something like that, then that'll be the first thing that I do. Because for me, I want to be dropping 52 videos a year of 52 different, either it's a garden or something for a not a charity. I think what I personally don't want to do is pull someone's personal story out and put it on social media. You know, if someone's got something wrong with them, or they've got an illness, or they've got a family relative, I don't feel it's my responsibility to put their story out on social media for the world to see.
Yeah.
I would rather make it about the video. So I've got £5,000 to transform this garden using nothing but a spade, like that style of video, because then you're not putting pressure on them to deliver on camera. It's making it fair, because everyone's gardens that we've done will get someone comment saying, but they deserved it. They've got a house, they've got this, they've got that. But I've said since the very start, the people that we give back to are the people that supported us from pretty much day one. So like the people's houses that we've done, yes, they've got jobs. Yes, they've got houses, and they've got cats. Some people have got 2-3 cars. But why do they not deserve it? Because they've not got an illness or something. So charities covered. Billions and billions of pounds get put into charities every single year for people that genuinely need it. But I'm for the everyday person. Like that's not been covered. Just because I was working at Superbike Factory and I couldn't afford a £30,000 garden, why do I not deserve a free garden? Because just because I've got a job and I work hard. So for me, it was not about personal circumstances. It was about people that backed me. So I've got people that have followed me since day one, and we'll go through as many as we can. But what would happen is, if I got a team, then I could just literally go from one place to another, help them produce the video, write it all in, so I could become the face of it, but a big bulk of the work gets done from the team, so then we can generate more gardens and do more. Yeah. Imagine doing like 50 gardens in a year. It's never been done.
No.
Be like a record.
What's your day-to-day then at the minute?
So we tried to Monday we structure a video, so we spend the full day normally going over a video, talking about the script, the intro. If we've got time, we'll film an intro, edit it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are filming days, so we'll be on site filming unless I'm away. So I'm going to America in a couple of weeks, so that'll change. But as a rule, Tuesday to Thursday is filming, and then Friday is prepping the video before it goes out, and then it'll go out on a Sunday. But then we drop it to members before it goes live, and then Saturday, Sunday is just social media. Like if I've not got a meeting or I've not got an appointment, I'll just be like constantly like prepping the video before it goes out, making sure.
I like the way you've gone all in on it. Like, I just like that. I like that. It's just like direct.
That's the people that do well. You've got to go all in.
Got to go all in, mate.
Coaches as well, as I think it's so people slagging off coaches because there's so many, but it's an important. If you can learn from them that have been through it before, that's the important thing with coaches, that they've been through it. There's a lot of coaches that haven't. So
that's one thing. I went to a social media coach, and it's when he had like 2 million followers, and he wanted £3,500 an hour, and I looked at it. So then he sent me an email with a link to pay it, and I just sent him an email back saying, I'll charge you £3,500 so we're equal. Because he had more followers in him, but I just wanted a conversation with someone, and it really wound me up to the point where I was like, there's no one out there for tradespeople that have walked the walk and said, this is how you can, like, I've used an example of people that I've kind of trained up this year and they've got viral videos. Like, I've done that for them for free because I'm generating income from doing what I'm doing. But I've also done it to prove a point, to say that what I've done can be replicated, no matter, even if you're in the same niche.
Yeah.
Like, it's a science behind making a video. And that's, we had one guy that was threatening us, and he was a real high, he'd won Chelsea flower shows, like he was a high-end landscaper, and he was threatening us, sending messages all the time.
What for what?
Just saying that I was a shit landscaper, I shouldn't be on social media. Why has he got so many views when his work's shit? Honestly, it was embarrassing.
Christ.
The guy was a grown man and he was giving us crap. But because I don't deal with it, Tina deals with it, and then the team see it. So then she was like, this one guy keeps giving. I said, well, I'll go and meet him. Just get his address and I'll go and knock on his house. Not from a nasty point of view, just I'll ring him and say, like, why are you so angry about me? I've never met you.
Yeah.
And the truth of it was, because his work was incredible. He's a Chelsea Flower Show winner, but he wasn't good at social media. And people seem to forget that just because I'm a landscaper on social media, I've never proclaimed to be the best landscaper. In fact, I don't want that pressure. No. I'm happy just to make people happy through my content. But social media is a different world. It's a science. It's attention. That's all it is. It's about capturing someone's attention. So that's what I've learned about social media. And
that's what you're good at.
Yeah, that's what I'm good at. Yeah, that's what I'd say I'm good at. The social media. I enjoy landscape and I love it. But would I be in a garden right now while it's peeing down, installing a patio? And you understand, that's what I say to Tina, when someone's negative and like she sees it and she's like, this person's being horrible to you. Does
it get her down?
It does her, yeah. It used to me. Like, I was going to quit at one stage because of it, because people were so nasty to me. But then I thought, right now, that person's in his van, freezing, wet. Mrs. Jones is going mad because the patio's not done for the weekend. He's sat in a van right now and he's seen my video and it's made him angry, because right now I'm in Florida building something for this guy, or true. I'm in a main room with Lewis Hamilton, or I'm in going to the F1 racing in Paddock Club. They're seeing that and it makes them angry because they're not there. Yeah. But like I said to Tina, I've been there. I've been in that position where I've had to go in on a Saturday or a Sunday and finish a job because you've got your rent to pay and you've got no money in the bank and you've got wages to pay. So you have to deliver. And that's all I've done with social media. We went full time and I literally said, nothing is going to make me fail. And Tina's like, well, you can't say that. I said, I can say that, and nothing is going to make me fail. And then now she's seen that
positive
every challenge I've had throughout the year. Like, we've had so many challenges throughout the social media world where it's been, daggers thrown at me and all kinds. And it's just like, it's not that serious, is it? Like, I've had my friends turn on me and go against me on social media. And you just have to think, I'm on my mission. Like, I want to make people happy through my videos. Lane, I'll continue to go forward. I'll continue to grow. I'm going to be here for the next 10 years, whether they like it or not. I'm not doing it for them to hate me. I'm doing it to try and make people happy. And if they don't like it, they don't have to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I think you got the right attitude for it.
Take my hat off to you. You've done. Yeah, it's nice to see it. Well, it's good to hear that someone's just sort of going for what they want and getting it done. You've
got to. That's the only advice I'd give to someone is find out what you, because people see the social media and they see it's all kind of glitz and glamour, or they see you at a nice place, but it's a lot harder. If I was to pick, if I could get the same money through landscaping, what I could through social media, there is no way on this earth I would do social media. If I could go to work in the morning, landscape a garden, finish, and think, I've got the next 4 hours to do what I want. I would take that. I would take that card all day long.
Because personal brands, it's a lot of responsibility, and like you say, you're sort of in the mindset of not being relied on. So a lot of companies now rely on personal brand.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of pressure, stress, because you're just constantly on it. To like break away from that and build that sustainable business is not easy.
No, it is tough, but it's what you want in life. Like I have been poor, like really poor. I don't want to be poor anymore, so I'm going to do what I can to try and get myself in a better situation. And now my family and my friends and the people that work for me, if I can just work hard and then everyone benefits from it, and then when I'm 45 I get to enjoy my life like I want, or 40, then it's worth putting that graft in, I think.
Do you think people push personal brand too much? Certain businesses I get sort of need it, but everyone wants freedom, don't they? And freedom, and if your face is on it, you're never actually going to get away from it. So do you think it's pushed too much? You need a personal brand?
It depends what your goal is. So I knew early on in my career with social media that I needed to make the Mark Marshall brand the valuable asset in the company, because that's where the money will come. If it was just sped up videos with launch racks and hedges like they used to be, I would not pull the revenue in, because people don't buy from a ASMR video.
Buy from people, didn't they?
They buy from people. So it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to grow your business, I would not put your face to it. I'd grow your business and grow it on a service, and maybe get some of your staff involved, or create like what them characters called, like what you have as like Kit Kat with a tiger and all that.
Mascots.
Mascot. I'd create a mascot for your business and put it all on the mascot, because then if you sell a business, it's all on the mascot.
Somebody asked me the other day, it's funny you say this, he DM'd me and he was asking about, he's going, I'm trying to make videos, he's a locksmith, he said, I'm trying to make videos now and content, but he goes, I'm doing it and I'm just come across boring sort of thing, like what sort of, he's asked me for advice. I think like he should be asking you for advice. But I said to him, you've got to make it catchy, innit? You've got to make something catchy. You've got something to grab attention to the audience. I don't know how you would do that, being a locksmith. I said, whether you do it via humour or whatever, you just got to catch him. But I mean, if he's watching this, then he should be listening to you. Do you know what I mean? And taking advice from you and not me.
What sort of the biggest points of advice?
If we was to all sit in a pub 5 years ago, and I say, hey boys, listen, I'm going to create a lawnmower video, right?
And I'll say, fucking get the beers in first.
I'm going to say, sharpen the blade, and it's going to hit 25 million views. You go, that boy's smoking crack.
Yeah, shut up, mate. What are you on about?
And then the pool guy come out and started cleaning pools.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hang on a minute. Like, he would probably say his job's boring. Like, I would say landscaping's boring. You'd probably say plumbing's boring. But that's because you might think it's boring. You can never put someone else's kind of mindset in your own kind of mind. So
I did that the other night.
If I watch a locksmith change a lock, how many people in this country have seen a locksmith change a lock? Less than 1%. So stick a pair of glasses on, record it, and then just cut it to where any blank spaces are out. There's a guy that's actually done it, and he's gone massive. So this is why when I said earlier on, is tradespeople are going to be the biggest creators on the planet. And that's not just come from me, that's come from Gary Vee. He reckons that live streaming trades are going to be the next biggest wave on social media.
Right, let's get the old YouTube cameras out then, Kieran, and we're getting the pipes.
Find what works and just stick to that style video rather than...
Yeah, because...
Let's say Pete does all different stuff.
Yeah, my niche is all over the fucking job, innit?
Do you feel like...
It's all over the place.
Let's say it's for Pete. Do you think you should find what works and just stick to that style? Or
so I think niche? Style?
Niching down is great for something, but what you generally have is if you're confused and you're creating different content all the time,
I'm fucking confused.
How would your audience think about it? So if they're seeing you do a funny video, then they're seeing you do a thingy video, it confuses people. So I would find the one thing that works for a specific channel. So if it's gas, keep that one about gas, and then just create another channel and scratch your itch for something else if you want to do that. Like if it's comedy or, but I'd keep the channel specific to whatever niche it is. Yeah, yeah. And you can create a new Instagram or...
I'll have 30 different channels. I've got multiple personalities.
Well, exactly, yeah. But then you'd find there's a guy called Gardening with Johnny, and he's absolutely killing it this year. And he's found a niche because he's naturally like a funny guy, but he does it in an awkward way. And he's gone huge on Instagram just this year. And now he's like doubled down on that one thing. So he'll stitch with videos and he'll create funny things and then he'll do that video and then he'll produce another video where he's like doing something totally different he doesn't do as well. So you kind of follow what the audience want, really. And then you dial it in. It's like honing a craft. Like
it's just we've got to niche it down more.
Find out what...
Rants. They love a rant.
Yeah.
They love a rant.
They do love a rant. But a lot of people will start the rant at the wrong time.
Go
so
on.
like you'll see like a person on social media and they go, yeah, I'm just walking down here.
Should just be me going, fuck!
Yeah, and then fuck. So today I've messed up. Let me tell you why. And then it's like straight into it.
Yeah.
There's so much dead space in people's first frames.
Yeah.
It needs to be. Think what stops you. And I do a lot of people watching where I see other people on the phone and I'll see what they stop to watch at and why. Because it's your best form of kind of evidence. So you'll see that people stop on a nice bright screen and someone will be like perfectly framed. And that person sometimes won't know that when you look at your best performing video and then look at your worst performing video, put them two together on two separate phones and it'll hit you like a train. You'll be like, fuck, that's why it's done well, because it looked better because I was framed different. Like there's so much to it. And you've got to think this is how in depth it goes.
Are you listening to this? You listening to this, Robbie?
This is
you got to make this pop, mate. Yeah. Take all this. Get your notepad out, mate. Come on.
Get some notes. But yeah, that's how important it is. And if, say, for instance, it's a grey, miserable day and someone goes on the social media, they're not going to want to see grey, boring content, are they? They want that endorphin hit, so they want something that's bright and colourful. So then whenever we're creating a video, you'll notice that normally I'll have like any viral video where you look around, I'll have a blue T-shirt on or a green T-shirt or a yellow one or an orange one. Like they're always bright colours because it catches people straight away.
Right.
That's how important it is.
Change these fucking tops.
Yeah.
We're going pink.
Bright, luminous green like the van. Maybe that's why the van went well.
Well, you'll see a lot of podcasters with like bright, like white tops on. If you go through like Stephen Bartlett's, any like Ryan Trahan, if you look at them, they all wear bright coloured because it's so important.
I tell you what, right? We've had ourselves a little learning curve here, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? We have, haven't we? Robbie's standing there. He's thinking, I wish I never wore this jumper.
In fact,
he's like a model at the moment. He's standing there, model pose, like it was something from a Debenhams catalogue or something.
Looks like a model from Wish.
Yeah, doesn't it? Whoa, Wish.
It's been a great conversation.
I love this. This is great, Mark.
One of the best ones we've had.
We really appreciate you coming down.
Tell them all that.
No, but
I haven't
But you know
actually,
what we'll have to do though? When we get the van, we'll have to do a mobile one. We will have to bring up. We'll have to come up.
I was going to do that.
To one of your jobs, but we want to because we
trades.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we want to do. Yeah. So we need people to get invested in this, like because we want to travel to like you on your jobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And have a look, do a bit of content with other like because the trades are going to be the superstars. So we want to travel to the trades. Do you know what I mean? We don't. He's come down here today. He's done a 5-hour drive. Bless him. Do you know what I mean? We really appreciate it.
To be fair, though, it's all part of my business coach. He said I've got to get up at 5 every morning. So I woke up at 5 and then realised how far it was. Otherwise, you would be getting, oh, shit, sorry, mate, my van's broke down.
Any gardens down there I can do? Do you know what I mean? But like, if we could come to you, it's a different dynamic, innit? Do you know what I mean? We're getting a bit on the job stuff like that. It'd be great.
Well, there's a guy called John who interviews creators. There's 0 podcasters in interviewing or podcasting with trades creators. There's a niche right there for you.
With trades creators.
Yeah, talk about what they do about social media, how they're growing it, and like I had that as kind of as a mission of like.
Well, you were our first one.
Oh, there you go. I might be first of many.
Thank you.
But yeah, just showing the importance of how much, because social media can transform your business. Like when I said to Tina that I was going full time. We normally have like a month to 2 month waiting list or booking in. When we got off holiday, by the end of January, it was booked up all year from social media. That's how important it was for us because Tina was like, "You've got another quote. You've got another quote."
Have you got kids, you two?
Yeah, well, I've got my lad's 17 now, so.
Oh right.
But yeah, I wouldn't have any now. Nearly 40, 38 I am.
38.
38. I mean, you
Young
see
still.
people.
Yeah, you're young.
Young. How old are you two?
34.
What?
I'm 46.
Are you 46?
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you think I was older?
Yeah, I thought you were about 52.
Fuck you, Mark.
This is the worst podcast I've ever done.
But nice.
No, it's
Really
been
appreciate
great,
you
man.
coming down.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Yeah, I
Keith.
respect what you've done and you're going all in to fair play.
Go all in or go home.
Exactly.
Go in, follow Mark.
I think a lot of people take inspiration from it. 100, definitely, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's good. I've learned something from this today. So yeah, mate, I really appreciate it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you, Mark.
Great having headphones in hearing your voice. It's like ASMR, isn't it?
You're all right, Robbie. Now you're smiling. He looked. He's on the edge. He thinks the lights were gonna, like the battery's gonna run out or something. When you is that what you're looking at? I was just looking at the temperature of my cameras. All right, Mark. Thanks very much, mate.
You're welcome. Cheers. Thanks.